you've heard me say this before. I was like, where there's chaos, there's cash flow. You've also heard me say we need markets to break because when they break, it creates an opportunity. So it's going to be a mix of both. It's going to be chaos either way, and it'll be opportunity for some and devastation for others. Period. That's what it will be. Now, the form that devastation takes, that's a whole nother, we'll get to some of the things that you are actually already doing and don't even know it, that protect you from some of that. But yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Understanding how wealth is transferred during times of chaos is, well, it's everything. And now, because once you understand that, then it's about putting yourself into a position so that wealth can be transferred to you as opposed to away from you. And that's really what we're talking about there. All of us here or on this call, since we've been born, we're used to valuing things in terms of United States dollars. And that is a currency. It is not value in and of itself. A bar or an ounce of gold has value in and of itself, and mostly because of its scarcity, in a lot of ways also because it has use value. And what it comes down to is understanding that you could go buy a house today for 50 ounces of gold. That doesn't actually resonate with you in any way, shape, or form. You're just like, okay, but how much money is that? Is what you would think. When I've actually told you how much money it is, it's 50 ounces of gold. What you're asking is how much currency is it? And because gold is, we'll call it there's a restricted amount of it because you got to mine it, you got to do all the things. 1 bar of gold can have many different values across many different currencies. And that is a good ratio or way to think of it. And to use a different example, is there a sport that you like, Wendy?
I like softball. Got it.
Now, I don't know if they have softball cards, but if they had collectible softball cards, imagine a rookie. Is there a softball player that you like?
Not a current one.
Okay, great, even better. Who's the older one that you? Yeah, who's the older one?
Oh man, her first name was Maya, and I forget what her last name is.
Got it. Now, imagine we had we had her rookie card. In general, that's pretty valuable, right? On any given day. And let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, let's just say that rookie card is worth $1,000. And for whatever reason, the company that makes the card decides to make 1,000 more of them. Is your rookie card still worth $1,000 now?
No, because there are more in.
There are so many more. 1,000 more.
1,000 more.
So for all intents and purposes, keeping things equal, it's now worth $1. See, your rookie card doesn't go as far as it used to. It doesn't buy as much. Whereas before, it could buy more, but now it can't. Because the value was in the scarcity of the thing, not the thing in and of itself. And that is part of what is unfolding in terms of your understanding. Just so you know, it's actually been this way for, we'll call it all of your adult life. The rules of money are not what most of us assumed to be true or believe. They're just not. And we are rarely, if ever, taught or even care enough to take the time to learn why it matters. And that becomes the fundamental problem why we feel like I can't get ahead. It's because we'll go to work and then we accept currency and then we're like, I just need more. We say money, but I need more currency. But yet the rate at which the currency is being debased or losing its purchasing power is faster than the way you can earn it. And the only way to stop that is to begin to build assets. That's the only way to fight against it, is to hold an asset that has value, whose value you then can resell many times over for the currency that you need. The only way.
Absolutely.
There's no way for us to survive other than that. But we're not taught that. And then we're definitely not taught to take our efforts and energy and build, buy, own, and control assets. We're not taught how to do that. Right?
You're right.
And it sets itself from failure from the beginning. As the citizens begin to become aware that their currency isn't worth anything, they will just go buy anything and everything in the grocery store and go back to the barter system. Hey, I got 20 loaves of bread. Let me get a chicken, that type of situation. Yeah. Because it is, your currency is worth more as bread than it is as currency. We're not there. We, the United States, is not there yet. Venezuela's been there for a while and they're struggling hard right now. So my point is, it can happen. It has happened. It hasn't happened in the United States in a while, but it could. And every other fiat currency has already gone down this route. What is unique about this time is that this is the first time we've all, as in the entire world, has been this connected and interconnected. So that's the part that's like, uh-oh. Like, how does this work and or get rebuilt in such a way that, I don't know, because it has to, there's going to be a system and a time of transition where that has to get rebuilt. Nonetheless, in the meantime, your thought process when you're hearing this stuff, while yes, you and I don't control the printing press, we can't go talk to the Fed, and we'll talk about the Fed another day. While we can't go do that, what we can do is understand the rules of the game. Just like if you're sitting down to play any board game, once you know the rules, you can play it. Yeah. You can absolutely play it, but you have to sit down first and understand the rules. If you sat down, like, here's a game that I'm still dying to play, right? But if you sat down and tried to play this card game without reading the rules and then expected yourself to win, that sounds crazy to me, right? Because it's obvious though. It's right in front of you. I am now playing a game. I need to know the rules, right? But so is life, so to speak. So is money. By not knowing the rules, that is how we end up in a situation where two-income families cannot send their children to college because they don't understand the rules. Not because they couldn't get a Pell Grant or student loan, because they didn't understand the rules of money from the beginning. Well, whether you realize it or not, the part of the roadmap is designed to make sure that you are on the right side. That is exactly what we're doing. We've been going through the book to understand money in and of itself, and because it is the root of why CashFlowDiary exists. It was the root, because again, I had a unique opportunity to hang around all of the rich dad people for an extended period of time and go very fun places. And you learn a thing or two when you're in the rooms that they're in and you're like, wait a minute, why didn't y'all say that to all the other people? So that's really what it comes down to. But it's one thing to build your business because you're trying to build your business. It's another to understand why your business is absolutely financially necessary for your family and others. And that's we're deepening our understanding of why your business in your two units at the moment, on the way to 10, I know, are necessary for you to survive through the transition, or any transition for that matter.